sing and have some fun. We're gonna hear God's word before we're done. We're gonna dance, we're gonna shout, we're gonna learn what it's all about. 'Cause God knows me and He loves me and He made me, and so we're free to sing and have some fun. We're gonna hear God's word before we're done. We're gonna dance, we're gonna shout, we're gonna learn what it's all about.
Hi guys, my name's Kelsey and it's time for the Big God Story. I'm so excited that we get to learn more about God and God's love for us, and that God is love. Well friends, should we call up our very special helper, Mr. Hamilton, so we can get started with our story? When I count to 3, let's all call out as loud as we can, "Oh Hamilton, where are you?" Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh Hamilton, where are you? Hamilton, what do you have with you today? Oh friends, do you know what this is? It's a heart. Oh Hamilton, does this heart mean that you love me? Oh, I love you too, Hamilton. Do you know who else loves us? God. Love is something that we don't just keep for ourselves but share with others, isn't it, friends? Well, in the Big God Story, Jesus told his friends to do something very important. Do you remember what it was? Jesus told his friends to go all over the world and tell everyone about God's love. Are you going to help tell the story today? Thanks, Hamilton. That's right. Jesus told them to go and share God's love. Did they listen to Jesus? Yes, they did. And after Jesus went back to heaven, his friends began telling everybody, all people everywhere, about God and his love. And many people listened to what they said, and they chose to follow Jesus. Well, Jesus had a friend, and his name was Barnabas. And Barnabas went to this city called Antioch. You guys say that with me? Antioch. Well, Jesus' friends heard all about the city of Antioch and that there were many people there choosing to love Jesus and follow God. And the church there kept growing and growing and growing. When Barnabas got to the city, he met so many people who loved God. And he also saw how the people there were taking care of each other. They brought water and food and blankets and clothes to help each other. And if they saw someone who was sick, the people would help take care of them. And if they saw someone who needed money, they would send money so that they could be okay. They would send food and everything they had to their neighbors to take care of them. Well, Barnabas saw how the people of Antioch cared for others, and he saw how much the people loved God, and he could see God's love in them. And he was so excited that he wanted to tell even more people about God's love. And guess what happened? Barnabas told more people about God's love, and more people decided to follow Jesus. The church in Antioch grew and grew, and more people started following Jesus. And Barnabas and his friend Paul began teaching everyone about God's word. Where can we find God's word, friends? That's right, in the Bible. We can learn about God and God's great love for us. And we can learn about Jesus and how Jesus died for us. We can learn about how we get to be with God forever. And do you know what? I'm so excited that we can be just like the people in Antioch and share God's love with others. Because love is never something that's meant to be kept just for yourself. God shared his love with us, and we can share God's love with others. Isn't that wonderful? Well, friends, I encourage you to think of some ways that you can share God's love with those around you this week. I hope you all have a wonderful week, and we'll see you next time for the Big God Story. Goodbye.